Hi guys, my name's Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. So this one is another monthly favorites, as you can tell by the title. This one is for the month of May. Yes, May. It's just been May. I hope you guys have had a great month. It went by really fast for me. I've had my ups and my downs. If you follow me on social media, you'll know that. But a huge up for me was the fact that I reached 2,000 subscribers and you guys all thumbs up that video and you all commented on it and it made me feel really loved. And then I felt like a lot of people started commenting more on my videos and I felt like that maybe people felt my passion and they felt really included, and that made me feel really happy. So thank you for everyone who watched that, commented on it, liked it. You guys are the best, and if you haven't subscribed yet, now is a perfect time to do so. So I'm gonna start off with my movies that I watched this month. As always, I go on to my Letterboxd, and if you guys don't follow me, the link is down below. My name is Spooky Astronaut. For some reason, I didn't do Spooky Astronauts. And if you're wondering, that was my old couch. This is my new couch. If there's something weird going on behind me, it's just a couch. Okay, well, I watched The Ring. Second, I watched The Ring 2. I went away, I'm gonna give myself some credit here. I was actually on a plane, I went to Melbourne for a little bit of the month, and I watched How to Be Single on the plane. Oh, the movie was awful. Then I watched Backtrack, which was a movie with Adrian Brody that's kind of like a thriller. There was lots of plot holes. I was really, yeah, a bit sad about that one because it was an Australian film with Adrian Brody, which I love Adrian Brody if you didn't know that. All of these ones either have reviews out or have reviews coming out. I watched Dementia, I watched The Forest, I watched Emily, I watched Welcome to Leith, and this is on Netflix. It's actually a documentary. I'll get back to that. I watched Manson, which if you are interested in anything to do with Charles Manson, definitely check it out. I didn't think it was the best Charles Manson documentary I've watched or read or any of that kind of stuff, but this one was alright. Sympathy for Lady Vengeance. That was actually a really fucking good movie. I really liked that movie, and I'm surprised I only gave it 3 stars. Maybe 3.5 probably would have been better, but it was a good movie. I watched They Look Like People, and guys, this is definitely my favorite of the month, and maybe one of my favorite horrors this year. I will have a full review coming out on that. After that, I watched The Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane, which was just like a movie from the 70s that I don't know why, I just had it on my movie to watch list for a while, and I thought it was pretty interesting. Girl Like Her, which does not say a lot about me. It's a movie about bullying, and it's also on Netflix. It's meant to be both perspectives, like the bully and the person who gets bullied. I kind of like that Lifetime movie type cheese that you sometimes get from movies, and that one definitely delivered it. I watched, oh, how do I pronounce this? Incentives? Oh, fuck, you guys are gonna butcher me, but it is a good movie, and it is a foreign movie, and I don't want to say too much, but it has a very good payoff. I watched Exposed, which I tweeted about this one. This one is actually really interesting because it is kind of like a foreign movie that is actually American. It's just not delivered the same way as you expect a Keanu Reeves movie to be delivered. I thought that was really interesting. It wasn't the best movie, it was kind of everywhere, but I really like that aspect. It kind of gave something different to Hollywood. I then watched Green Room. And I'm sure lots of you guys have seen this movie, and I'm definitely late on this bandwagon because it just got released in Australia. I went and saw that in the movies. I thought it was pretty good. Probably won't do a review on it just because I don't feel like I have much to say about it. I think it's definitely worth a watch, and if you haven't seen it, I recommend checking it out. I then watched the Stanford Prison Experiment, which I'm sure all you guys know what the Stanford Prison Experiment is. I've watched and read some stuff on it before. I watched that other movie, I think it's just called The Experiment, which actually has Adrian Brody in it. On the weekend that just passed, I watched The Other Side of the Door. Don't have anything good to say about this one. I probably won't do a review on it just because snooze fest, nothing to say. It is so predictable, and I was kind of sad about that. I then watched Goosebumps, which I have been meaning to see for about a year. I thought it was pretty good. Jack Black wasn't totally annoying in it, which he can be sometimes. And again, those of you who follow me on Twitter will know I spent the whole movie wondering where the fuck Carly Beth is. From there, I watched The Good Dinosaur, which if you want to cry in a movie, especially those Pixar movies, they just do it to you every time. But good movie, I would recommend it, especially if you like, you know, those kind of kids movies that are really well done. And then last night I watched Evidence. It was alright. It was interesting. It was more found footage about a crime scene where they discover footage found footage. All the cops are trying to put together the evidence, and that's why it's called evidence, I guess. Interesting, has a good payoff, but still a little bit flat. Anyway, so that's what I watched this month. I definitely have to say that my favorites would be They Look Like People, definitely a great movie. Emily, which you guys already knew how much I love that movie. I talked about that before in a review, so if you haven't checked that out, great time to check it out. And Incentives, if I'm saying that right, that was also a great movie. And then my favorite documentary this month would be Welcome to Leith, and you can find it on Netflix. It's really interesting. It's about a small town in America that is taken over by some white supremacists. Educate yourself, watch it. I thought it was really good, really interesting. America, hey, fuck. You guys, you just keep me guessing. Onto TV, this month I definitely watched a lot less TV, especially compared to last month. But what I did watch was Game of Thrones. I don't know why I did that. I fall asleep because I get desensitized to watching girls get raped all the time. That's pretty much what I have to say about Game of Thrones. I'm not a huge fan of gore, believe it or not. Like, I love gore in movies and when it means something, but when people just keep getting their heads chopped off, desensitized, I'll fall asleep in 2 seconds. Each their own. I'm just not feeling the Game of Thrones vibe. And guys, you'll be so proud to know that I actually started reading a book. I didn't read a lot of it, but I do have this favorite bookstore that I do go to when I finally get to go to Melbourne, which is very rare. It's called the Haunted Bookstore, and or the Haunted Bookshop. I'm just bringing it up because my friend Gemma, who I visited when I was in Melbourne, hi Gemma if you're watching this, she didn't actually know about it, and she lives in Melbourne. So if you live in Melbourne, definitely check it out. It has all these really cool books that are like categorized really easily and simply, like satanic cults and UFOs, and I'm just a kid in a candy store. It's amazing. Anyway, I picked up this beautiful book called Encounters, and I have like a love-hate relationship with this book. I haven't got that far, but it is interesting. It is a psychologist that reveals case studies on abductions by extraterrestrials. So this whole book is just case studies of people who are getting regression therapy. And I'm sure I've mentioned regression therapy and my thoughts on it before. You know, it just plants things in people's brains and it freaks me out. And there was also a study, I believe, that came out recently saying how bullshit regression therapy all is. And then I got this book, which is pretty much this person who's hypnotizing them, doing regression therapy on them, and then everything they're saying. And it's like literally what they're saying. Like, I'll read. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like, the doctor says, were there needles put into your abdomen or navel? And then Sandy says, I think so. And then the doctor says, tell me about that. And then Sandy says, it's not so clear. And then the doctor says, you're gonna remember that at the count of 3. It's easy. Look how much you've already remembered. 1, 2, 3. And then Sandy goes, yes, I did. And I'm not lying. Like, that's literally just the page I opened up. But it's the whole book is like that, and it's pretty infuriating, but it's super interesting at the same time. And next up is my favorite YouTuber, and this one's really easy this month. It's definitely Elias from GUERRA Movie House. If you haven't heard of his channel, he has really, really great content. That's all I have to say. He probably has the best like movie content. He has really original ideas. He always films in like really cool ways, and he really thinks, and you can see like how much passion he puts into his videos, and I really appreciate that. He has a really lovely family, and his kids are incorporated into his videos sometimes, and I'm not a big fan of children, but I love his kids and I love his family, and I sound like a total creep, but he's a sick dude, and you should definitely check out his channel. Next, I have my favorite Instagram of the month, and this month it's Bearded Horror, which I've been following this guy for ages. He always posts a bunch of like cool ass makeup, like horror makeup. He reposts a lot, and it's just really sick to see like the special effects and makeup that they do. Definitely check out his Instagram account if you like having some gruesome horror in your feed. Next is something I forgot to mention last month, but it's my favorite podcast, and this one hands down is Law, and this one was actually recommended to me by the Astria Stardust. I hope I'm saying your name right. This person always comments on my videos, and I love them dearly. It's a storytelling type podcast. They're really short podcasts, maybe 10-15 minutes long, and everything is like a different amazing story, and the way he tells it, the writer, it's just beautiful. It's so mystical. I love it. And for my favorite category this month on Twitter, Jose, who always talks to me, a big fan of him. Also, @TheRedCrow13 is his Twitter handle if you want to get in touch. He asked me what is my favorite restaurant. At the moment, it's this place called The Globe that serves a fucking mean vegetarian lasagna. Having a vegetarian lasagna and a beer is just perfection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I do have a big question to ask you guys. And I'm gonna actually do this weird sneaky thing where I run this poll, and the reason I'm doing it this way is because if you click on the answers up here, it will show me which one is the more popular one that you've clicked on. I'm also gonna link, and I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna link the answers to subscribe to my channel. So if you click on this, you're gonna get subscribed to my channel, just so you know, and you'll have more great content. So my question is about my Patreon. I have talked to some of you guys on a Facebook feed last night actually, and I've had some not really mixed comments, but some really supportive comments back. I was never gonna do a Patreon because this is always gonna be free. Like, I am doing this because I love it, and that is the reason. But some people pointed out to me that they would like to contribute to my channel and maybe get some more content out of me that way, and I'm very happy to do that. The perks I would give is pretty much like Google Hangouts, like once every couple of weeks where we watch a movie together. I would definitely put up more content on the Patreon only post, like vlogs maybe or something like that. And I'd also give you a poll type selection so you could choose what my upcoming review is every Monday. So if you guys think that that's all right, and I'm only gonna be asking for a couple of bucks, I would never ask for too much. And if you're not okay with this, let me know, because I'm seriously asking because I wanna know what you guys think. Like, I want to know, and if you guys think it's lame or whatever, or it's just not worth it, just click no. So here, please click if you think I should do a Patreon or consider doing one, or click here if you think maybe not now or maybe never. I hope you guys are having a great day, and thank you guys so much for all of your support and your love and your tweets and everything. And stay spooky. I hope you guys are watching some good movies, and let me know down below what movies you checked out this month and what your favorite things were. I'd love to know. I'll see you guys very soon. Stay spooky. Bye.